What's up, peeps? How y'all doing today? It is your girl, JQue, and I'm so excited to have you guys join me today for another episode of Healthy Living in Wine. Woo, 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 baby. It's going down. It is the first live episode of 2025, and woo, baby, I got some super queens in the house. Let me just tell you. These millennial queens are really doing it big, and I'm super, super proud of them. So, what I want you to do right now, if you're watching this right now, I want you to take the time to share. That's right. All I need you to do is share. Hit the share button, hit the like button, go tell your friends about it because you've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds until we get this thing started, right? All right, I'll see you back. Don't forget to share. Thanks, guys.
Hello.
Hi, we can't
Hey,
hear you, JQ.
yeah,
This
we,
whole time
Your
you're
mic
muted.
was
yeah,
Oh my
muted.
God, the whole
we,
time I was muted?
the whole time,
Yes,
the
the
whole
Oh,
whole
you know
time.
what?
time.
We're starting over. Goodbye, Queens.
Rewind.
Rewind. I love it. See, that is the whole good thing about a millennial queen. See, they're going to tell you what the deal is and they're going to let you start all over. All right, here we go. Replay. All right, guys. Well, here we go again. If this is a replay, hit replay for me. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Healthy Living and Wine. I'm your host, JQue, and today we are raising a glass to vibrant energy and undeniable brilliance of millennial women, right? So, whether you're listening or you're drinking a cup of tea right now, or you're unwinding with your favorite Merlot, or you may be like me and drinking a glass of non alcoholic wine, well, then this episode is still for you. Today, we're diving into stories of inspiring women. And these women are like, they're close to me. To be honest with you, they're like my daughters. And I'm so excited and I'm so proud of them that I just had to use these women for this episode because right now I have been watching them as friends and close knit supporters of each other make significant changes in their lives. They're launching new careers, they're embracing single motherhood, they're achieving personal goals. And these aren't just success stories. They are narratives of how these women, how my girls have been resilient. They're transforming the world and they're doing it with deep, supportive friendships. This is how they're flourishing through these challenges, right? So grab yourself a glass of wine, settle in, and we're going to talk to these remarkable women, my daughters. We're going to talk about their wellness practices that have kept them grounded. Of course, wine, they drink responsibly, but this is how they do it. And whether you're going through something right now in your life, or you're just here with me to celebrate these women, then this episode is going to be for you. So please share, share, share. And without further ado, let's introduce these amazing queens. All right. All right, ladies, join me in the room. Join me in the room. Did I get it right that time?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Snaps all around. Clap, 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 clap.
Join me in the room. In the room. All right, girls. Well, we're gonna go one at a time, and I'm gonna start with Jen. Jen, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Jen. As she said, I'm originally from New Orleans, then moved up north to Maryland, and went to school in New York, and that's kind of been my goulash. And I'm back in New Orleans. I travel with the Lion King. I'm on maternity leave right now because I just had a baby 2 months ago. Um, and I'm just newly engaged, and that's a lot.
Oh
A
my
lot.
God! You know about the engaged part? I see you flashing.
Oh.
Congratulations, baby girl. Yes.
Yay.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh.
indeed.
So you guys listen, that right there, all that is just major transformation happening, motherhood, working, engaged, about to be a wife. Ooh, I can't wait. This is about to get super juicy. Super, super
Hmm.
juicy. Okay, Miss Shantae, bring it home, baby. Tell us all about who you are.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shantae. So, my trade and my formal training is in event planning. So, I'm a logistics girly for sure. I love spreadsheet. A spreadsheet hate to see me coming, but I love that. But also, like, I work in film, but I'm also right now on a journey of rediscovering myself. I feel that I have been doing a lot of things that I can do well, but it's not serving me internally and it's not being fruitful within my life. So I'm kind of refiguring that within myself. So that's where I am.
Oh, so you're in the process of
Yes,
transformation,
ma'am.
like literally talking about even wanting to transform or knowing what to do. Ooh,
That's where I'm
ooh,
at.
ooh, 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 ooh.
That's where I'm at.
Whoa,
Yes, ma'am.
whoa, changing careers and oh my God. Okay, well, Kyra, this is my daughter, y'all. This is a whole connection for all these beautiful, lovely women, but I'm just as equally proud of her to be in this amazing millennial group. So, Kai, I'll bring you on, baby, and do it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kyra. Everybody calls me Kai. Yes, I am JQ's daughter, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, I am from Huntsville, Alabama. I live in New Orleans now. I got a little accent now. I cannot. I've been here for 6 years now. And I have kind of dibbled in a little bit of everything since I've been here. I would just say that what got me to New Orleans was stepping out on faith. And what kept me here was stepping out on faith. And I continue to do that. I work as an instructional design analyst for the hospital here. I am a retired NBA dancer. I am a not active personal trainer. And amongst other things, I wear many hats that I too, like Shantae, excuse me, am starting to step into a new ventures, and really just nurture some old skill sets and talents that I have that I want to get into again.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Can
ooh.
I'm
Wait,
sorry, JQ. I'm sorry. Can I say a thing?
yes,
Goddamn, Kai, that was wonderful.
it was. That's what I was
That
gonna say. Oh, good
that
job.
that literally made me well up because it's like you better say the damn
I'm
thing.
glad I recorded this, baby.
You better speak over yourself, friend, and I love that.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank
That
you.
was wonderful, Kai. You did a
Amazing.
great
Was.
job.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
You
Oh,
daughters, all of you. And my home girl daughter, I can always count
boop,
on
boop,
Lauren to do with me and hang with me and my crazy self. Okay,
boop.
Lauren, let's do it, baby.
Hello, everybody.
Uh,
I'm Lauren. I am a makeup artist. My trade is makeup artistry. Currently, I'm now working as a film and television makeup artist. That has been my career path since I want to say probably like 2016. Um, I've started stepping into some new positions in my career, a little bit higher up in production, which has been pretty awesome. I'm a mother of a 10-year-old, soon to be 11-year-old boy, which has been quite the journey for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have some other. My friends will tell you I'm always talking about a different business venture because I believe in having multiple streams of income because that's just what I believe in. So I'm actually currently working on a couple of other things. I just recently started a DNA testing business that I'm
Oh,
about to start diving into, actually.
Okay.
And I have some other business ventures that are going to come afterwards that I'm gonna use these other ventures to bankroll, basically. So
wow. See, operating with that type of mindset, you feel me? Just entrepreneur mindset. And, I don't always like to use the word entrepreneur because it is a mindset of not just entrepreneurship. It's a mindset of being bold and fearless. And like you all, every one of you have said something in conjunction with stepping out with faith, balance, and support. And I know that about you guys because I'm close to you, right? Every time I'm in New Orleans, we have a hangout night. I get to interact with you guys, and then y'all know I'm a whole social media junkie, and yes, I be on y'all socials. And you see Mama J, she be on. Oh God, she just liked all my stuff 29,000 million times at 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's because I think you guys are so awesome and so resilient, and I'm just so excited that you guys were willing to come on my podcast and talk about the millennial woman. So let's start with the very first question.
Okay.
The biggest thing that we all are, experience it, especially in this day and age, is change, right? So when we think about change, all of you have really just really landed change even since COVID era. Because right now, I really believe, I don't know if you guys think it, but I think that we're really just now getting like fully, and I don't even know if I could even say 100% back from COVID just yet. I still think that we are surviving COVID, understand, in that mindset of COVID. So, with all this change that we've been navigating, especially, let's just start with Shantae. She's got a lot of change that she's dealing with. And Jen, you too. One of the things that we think about when we're navigating change is how pivotal, is there a moment in your life where you decided to embark on a new career or this significant change? And what really is motivating you to do it?
Well, baby, you calling me first. I'm gonna go in.
Ah,
So,
okay.
Love it.
so if you allow me, I will say like if you allow me to get a little bit vulnerable, I feel myself like coming in and out of a cyclical rhythm, right? So I'm in the film industry, and in the gig economy, it is very cumbersome. Like it is trying because at the same time, your network is your net worth, which
Mm.
which is a beautiful thing, but it can be very trying at times because also me as a black woman, I don't want to placate to the people that I'm working with. And in the film industry, you're working at least 12 hours a day.
Right.
And even though I could get along with anybody, really, I'm really malleable, I'm adaptable, but I don't want to have to fake the funk all the time. So you're working with people that much of the day, and so you're going to hire people that you want to work with. And so when it comes time for people to hire people for commercials and movies and TV shows, they're going to hire people that they want to be around. I can be that person. I am that person, but I don't want to have to be that person.
Understood.
Oh, that's understandable. And when you're saying that, how are you managing the uncertainty or the impact, or and what is it doing to your personal growth? And
My
everybody's open for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I will say it doesn't necessarily impact my personal growth too much because I know who I am. I know who
mm,
I am and I know whose I am.
Say that.
But
say
but
that, honey.
but I will say that I do not like the cyclical rhythm of okay, I have a job, I'm secured in the job, I'm getting paid, but it's the gig economy. I have a job and then I'm getting paid and then it ends. And then now I'm looking to see who likes me, or I'm hitting up people who I know to see if they have any work for me. Like I'm at that point and I'm over it. Like
It's
It's almost
I'm
like you're depending on somebody else for your
yeah,
yeah,
stability.
the cycle of like bait and chase, bait and chase,
Yeah.
bait and chase. Like fishing.
yes. Not only that, but it exacerbates that so much so that when it gets to the writer's strike, it even is like it's compounded a million times over
And it makes you question
because
your worth. Like,
Best
who
part.
are you outside of
yes,
this job?
yes, yeah. I mean, yes.
How do you guys navigate changes
I,
though? Like, what do
I didn't
you
necessarily,
do, and
yeah,
how do you navigate them to get through them?
I didn't necessarily question my worth so much because again, I know who I am, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, like I, Joe Blow, don't want to pay his people, so then now I'm shit out of luck without a job. I don't want that.
Mm, right.
I so like to be completely open and honest with y'all, like I'm just at a place that like I'm just trying to pivot.
Pivot. Oh my gosh. If that is not one of the main words of I keep
I'm
hearing,
trying to pivot, yeah.
left a phenomenal woman summit
Yes,
yesterday,
ma'am.
literally. And it's all about pivot changes and
Yes,
how we handle them because it's
yes.
inevitable. Every day is a change. The only things that are guaranteed to remain the same inevitably is God.
You and God.
That is the
Mhm.
only thing that we can
Absolutely.
guarantee that has been the exact same from beginning of time before we even knew we were thought of because he
Yes,
knew
ma'am.
we were thought of. The plan has not changed. It's us who changed. So as humans, I think we have to be more, especially as when I say this, Black women, millennial
Mm-hmm.
women, any woman, we have to get better about what we do in the change,
Mm-hmm.
handling the
It's
change, because and not being so shocked that change is happening.
yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
it's tricky. I feel like getting through it for me was to slow down because everybody's a
Mm.
busybody. And
Ooh,
so the only way I could see how to pivot is to actually see it. And if you're moving too fast, you can't see which way to go. You're just kind of grabbing straws. And taking, I'm very blessed to be able to take this amount of time off
mm-hmm.
from work. And
In your field.
yeah, 6.5 months is, that's
a lot. And I could,
Yes.
I could take a year, but 6.5 is good for me. Um, it's just doing that is difficult because I've been on tour a long time. And so I'm working every day but Monday. And I've been doing that for years. So, like, to sit down and actually rest and also know that I don't have to do anything, but also these other things that are coming at me, it's just, it's pacing myself. For my P word, because it's given P word pivot, it's pace for me. And that
Mm,
is creating some kind of peace.
I understand that. I understand
Mhm.
that as well. And so we've all we know how hard it is for us to navigate these changes, right? But what
Hmm.
about our support systems?
Mm.
Oftentimes, especially in the era and the time that we live in, I think that we forget that it does take a village. No matter what time or season of life, when I was raising my daughter, y'all's moms were raising y'all, we needed a village. When our parents were raising us, it's always been about some type of support system. And so, with that being
Mhm.
said, I know that I can speak to my daughter on this specifically because I know her stories of friendships. You understand what I'm saying? So, and Kai, in light of that, where you are now in your life, about when it comes to support systems, how have your friends helped you evolve or navigate through your life transitions, your career shifts? And I know you haven't experienced single motherhood yet, but you've definitely experienced some major shifts in life.
Ooh, that is a question right there. How have my friendships evolved?
Yeah.
Um, as I've navigated life transitions.
Yes.
I would say I have many friend groups that I have that are still remaining, and some that have really, like, I would say more so those friendships evolved, but I would use a better word of they grew with me. And I think
Mm,
that's the biggest thing when it comes to having a support group. It's one thing for you to have a group that supports you in your now, but it's even better to have a support group that understands that you're not going to be the same person you are today. And they're going to support you in the now and in the future version of yourself. More so, they're supporting you so that you can become the future version that you need to be. And so for me, it has been imperative that the friendships that I have that have remained strong are the ones that basically say, like, it's okay, Kyra. Like, it's okay that your type A self plan did not go the way it was supposed to. It's okay. Like, you are still you, but you are still a better version of you. So I appreciate getting that reciprocity because I value that in what I see as a friendship. Reciprocity is a huge thing. And it doesn't have to be mirrored, right?
Mm.
It just has to be a way of saying,
mm,
like, you know what? You showed up for me in this. I can see that that's important to you. And so now, or vice versa, like you showed up in a place that was important for me, and I'm going to show up in a way that is important to you. And my importance doesn't look like your importance. And that's not what this friendship is about. It's not supposed to be tit for tat. It's more of how can I be
Mm.
a good person to you so you can be the best person you can be. And I think that for me is how friendships have evolved. I've learned to understand that life be life in. And I used to, I mean, I'm an only child, so I used to cling to my friendships. I put a lot of value in those friendships as a child because I didn't have siblings to lean on. I didn't have that at home. And so a lot of that was kind of like alone by myself processing some things where people with siblings, you hear how they grow up, you hear how most likely if they have a good healthy relationship with their siblings, they're very close. That's the first before you step out on the that's the first real friendship you really have. And that sets the tone for the type of friendships that in my from my perspective, it seems like that sets the tone for the type of friends that you have going forward outside of the home. So yeah, it taught me that life be life, but your friends can still be there for you when it's time. Like, you don't have to
Mm.
yeah. We
you
had
get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to
Mm.
push them away, or they don't have to push you away just because things are going on. I don't expect anybody to stop what they're doing, but I do have a certain expectation that if I'm there for you, I expect you to be there for me, and that's all that matters. So That's how my
One
friendships
million
have
percent.
evolved.
Yeah, I think that
One million
I think that
percent.
as well. I mean, everyone defines friendship so differently as well too, and it's based on one of the things that covers is how you raise, what you were exposed to, what you know as a friendship. But it should also be
Hmm.
developing what you want for yourself.
Absolutely.
Understanding as you grow,
Hmm.
everything does not have to be about what you came from. It could be about what you
Hmm.
grow from. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? And it should be, especially if you feel in some type of way. Once you've been exposed to anything, it should shake you in some kind of way. Now, it may shake you into something different, or it may shake you into even being more grounded where you are. But every encounter or every time you experience something, I feel like you should be shaken into something, growing past, growing through, growing not to grow over that way. You should receive something for it, because God doesn't allow us to encounter anything that he doesn't expect us to get something
That's
from it.
right. That's
Not
right.
I
anything is
agree.
by chance. Nothing in life is by chance.
I agree.
I love
Yeah.
what Lizette said in the chat. She said, "Now I embrace women who are on my level in all categories in life. Friendship isn't always a give, it should be mutual with time giving and receiving." And that's basically what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
however reciprocity looks is how, like, I think that is what's going to set the foundation, because that shows that you it just shows your presence, it shows your intention behind, no matter who I am, who I present myself to be, unconditionally you are there for it's unconditional.
Hmm.
With
Yeah.
a certain level of respect, and like she's saying, you live and you learn. And not to say that I had to learn in the past that even those friends that didn't stick with me in the long run, they were not bad friends, they were just not a good fit.
Right.
Yes.
For a
Yeah.
I had
season.
to
Yeah.
really, really come to that, because
Yes.
I hung on the fact they're horrible, blah, blah. But then I had to realize, you know what, they just weren't a good fit for me and what I needed and what they needed. And so you can accept that and move on. But they teach you something,
They're
Yes.
temporary or
seasonal
not.
too.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
exactly
seasonal.
right. Navigating changes with friendships, because again, the whole thing that we're doing here is navigating, trying to balance it all, trying to figure out the right rhythm where we can feel confident with ourselves. So many things are happening around this whole circle of change, and it really is like a navigational. Someone like me, I'm very logistics driven. If I got a spreadsheet that's going to tell me what to do here and who's the hierarchy of this change, I'm all good. But unfortunately, life does not give us a hierarchy of a spreadsheet or a logistic
Now.
when it comes to navigating change, right, ladies? So you know
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
on that, let's say
Mm.
cheers. Everybody toast up. If you got your glass out there and you're tuning in, cheers. Cheers to navigating change and to relationships and friendships that are part of the positive navigation of change, right?
I
Ladies,
would
we're going to move
definitely
on
cheers to that.
to one of our last questions. We're almost close to the end. After we've navigated changes,
Well,
we know.
I do have something to say. I'm
Oh, come
sorry.
on. No.
I have something to say. On the note of friendship, I will say it matters that we don't necessarily put such a high stake on the maintenance of friendships. We love each
Ooh.
That's a good
other.
one.
We love each other. We know each other, and we are there for each other. And we understand that life happens, and everybody got
Yeah,
stuff going on.
right.
Yeah.
But I am about to shine the brightest light on Lauren right now.
Hmm.
She
Do
hasn't
it.
really spoken too much yet. Literally, the other day, out of out of nowhere, literally, I was driving on the road, y'all. Seriously, and I had a rough day. I was driving on the road, and everybody that knows me know how much I love Luther Vandross.
Mm.
Out of nowhere, she sent me a playlist, and she said, "Just for you." And it was a
Oh,
compilation of Luther Vandross songs. And y'all, when I tell you I'm getting emotional about it now, because to see someone is to know them and to love them.
right,
And for her
right.
to
Yes.
see
Girl, you
me,
gonna make me cry.
I hadn't talked to Lauren.
I'm
I
already
had,
starting.
I hadn't, I hadn't talked to Lauren in days, in a week or more. But the fact that she singled me out and texted me individually and saw me and
Yeah.
shared that with me and wanted to like create that connection with me meant the world.
Yeah. And
Aww.
it be simple things. That's it's all, yeah. It's just like, just see
Oh,
me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You just want to be
Yeah,
seen and heard and
and
felt.
Yeah. I
you
think
do,
friends.
and like, and I agree with that, but I will say like that reminded me you don't have to go out of your way to like create a whole big conundrum.
No.
Literally, you could text your friend and be like, "Hey, you crossed my mind. Remember that time we did this?" Or
Yep.
Yeah.
"You crossed my mind. I hope your day is going well." You don't
yeah,
have to.
Yes.
Literally, that's the end of the conversation.
Yep.
yeah,
But let them know that you thought about them. That's
Right.
important.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that,
That's
I think that
important.
we often forget that, sometimes we know quotes are cliche, but sometimes we know that quotes have been there because they meant
They're
something,
real.
right? They've been there to put in our spirit. And one of the things that you always think about when you think about true friendship is that it stands the test of time, because
yep,
time is it is the most tangible test that we have other than God, right? It is the most tangible thing that we can see, we can measure, we can monitor, it happens right in front of us. Time does, right? And friendships that stand the test of time does not mean time and length. There are other ways to measure time as well. And we forget that
Quality.
right,
there are so many different ways to measure time. And each relationship's foundation of measurement is based on the relationship that you have with that person.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Prime example, we are a friend group, but I know that I have to give Kyra something totally different than Shantae, than Lauren, than Jen. And because I'm your friend, Lauren knew that about you. And it wasn't something she had to work hard. It was a friendship, a
Yeah.
something that you all have began to create to stay afloat together. And
Hmm.
that is what we miss so much with our women and our females these days is the test of time when it comes to friendship. You see so many short-lived friendships these days. It's like this and that. And I think that's because we don't really have good foundations of what it means to grow in friendships, allowing
yeah.
Absolutely.
people to grow themselves and helping them support to do that, but also growing your friendships by being intentional, staying in touch, or being intentional about checking on my friend. And the
Yeah.
same is reverse, my friends being intentional about checking on me, you know?
Yeah.
And so
Give,
one of the
give.
things that was very, very prevalent with you guys. And again, I don't have any major friend circles. And even growing up, when my daughter was growing up, that was one of the main things that she missed because I didn't have friends when I grew up. There were people that would pop in and pop out and pop in and pop out. And it wasn't until I became an adult that I understood what friendships were about. So to see you guys interact and have 7 years of friendships that you're building, you know what I'm saying? And then it's not like you have to talk every day or be in everybody's presence or such and such. But when Mama J's coming to town, everybody's going to get together. And it's like we've never lost time.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm on the road
Never
all the
lost
Yes.
time.
time.
I'm always on the road, and the fact that every time I try, I never feel like we missed a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I fly home to try to make the birthdays and make the baby showers, but it's still not every week, and it still
Hmm.
feels tight enough,
Yeah.
So we
I
are
I
also
very
think,
like,
lucky.
yeah.
Can
I like that
I
you guys
can I
also
Yeah.
can I be a nerd for a second?
expectations of each other, because when you don't have those expectations, like just I'm only home 1 week of the month, so everybody got to be off and I got to see everybody when I'm there.
Yeah,
No,
right,
we just make
It's
it
not
work.
one of those kind of expectations either. So I
right.
Right.
really enjoy that. I really enjoy that,
So
lady.
I just I just want to be a nerd for a second. So I was a communications major, and what we call like is a term called self-disclosure, right? So you know how Shrek says like, "Oh, I'm an ogre." Sorry. "Oh, I'm an ogre. Like I have onions, I have layers, or whatever." But literally, self-disclosure is when you meet someone and the outer layer is like, "Okay, my name is," or "This is what I do for work," or whatever. And so then you get into the deeper layer of like, "This is how I grew up. This is my family." and then layer deeper is like, this is why I am how I am or whatever. But the theory is that whenever, no matter how long a time you have away from someone, whenever you see them again, you resume that same layer that you left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most
And
definitely.
I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a
so
beautiful
too.
thing because we're not pressuring each other like, hey, like we left off, we didn't finish this conversation, or like I'm battering you about this. It's just like, life happened, my life happened, and your life happened, but we're resuming the same layer of onion because I want to get to know you on a level again.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
that's really good.
I
And
love
again,
that.
that's the part about balance.
Hmm.
That's part about
Yeah.
navigating the changes in support systems, and it's important,
Yep.
just like you said, that we maintain some level of balance. We got to all balance a personal life. We got a career,
Hmm.
Yep.
we got motherhood happening. We got work, stuff happening. We got family. If you're like me, you got family happening. All of these things
Hmm.
that we have to balance. In the midst of that, Lauren, you can speak to this because you got a lot going on, honey. You got a lot going on. So, based on balance, and I know that you guys, all of you have some type of wellness component that you have in your life, which is like a love of mine, right? What wellness practices have you
Hmm.
found in your busy life that are helpful for helping you maintain your mental health as well as your physical health?
Yeah, Lauren.
Going to the gym for me is my sanctuary of peace. Truly, it really is my opportunity to put my headphones on, go to the gym, and just completely lose myself in that space and in my mind and and just, I don't care about nothing else is going on around me. I'm so focused and I'm so there, and that's where I relieve all of my stress. Um, Quite frankly, to be honest, if I could get somewhat vulnerable, my mother, when she was sick, um, I would go to the gym probably twice a day because I just, you know, there was a lot to carry, the weight to carry. And one of my aunts asked me one time in front of my mom, she was here helping, and I was like, well, okay, mom, I'm about to go to the gym. And my aunt was like, well, you can't just take one day off from the gym, and you can't. And I didn't even have to say anything.
Right.
My mom said, no, she needs to go to the gym. Let her go to the gym because she knew that that was the way that I was able to even emotionally, mentally, spiritually be able to deal with what was happening right then.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So for
absolutely.
me, that's a number one thing for
Yeah.
me.
It's
Anybody
crazy
else
how
want
people
to chime
will
in?
like kind of like brush off your own personal uh your time, right? How
Yeah.
you spend your time for your mental and physical well-being is your time. And so I've experienced that too, where, I enjoy going to the gym, not just for the looks, but it is therapeutic. It is a way to center yourself. It is a way to just mute and pause everything that's going on in your life and really just, when you're looking in the mirror, you're really not even looking at you. You're just looking at what's ahead, right? You're really just visualizing all the things that you're working towards. And so I've had in my experience and time, friends, family alike, well, why are you always at the gym? And it's just like, why are you not?
Why are
You
you
know what I
not?
mean? Like, do you see me questioning you while you're always doing yoga or while you're always like, if you're whatever your vice is, you don't see me questioning you. So like, this is for me. And
Yes.
it's insane to me how the gym is still one of the number one things people always say, like, you always in the gym or you spend too much time. It's just like, there's never too much time, in my opinion, to spend on yourself if that's what you need to
Mm,
keep yourself regulated and being able to walk in life and just get through.
yeah,
So
Yes. My place of peace.
that's a
yeah.
place of peace, right? Whatever that wellness thing is, and when we don't have something that in our lives that helps us focus on us, then in essence,
Uh-oh.
what in
What happened,
happens
guys?
is
Oh.
our kind of like it's a part of that wellness wheel, and that part that's missing makes everything. It has an effect on everything else in
It's a
that
Yes.
wheel.
crash and burn.
It
I
crashes.
can speak to that.
It's an ass. You can speak to that. I
Hmm.
mean, the importance of having the wellness practice in your life, especially
Yeah,
while you're navigating changes.
yeah. And sometimes life happens so hard that even the thing that you used to rely on as your sanctity, your sanity, just something to just release, sometimes you stop doing that, and that's when it's really like, okay, now I have nothing. And then when you start to sink into that, that's when you go into those depressive thoughts and depressive feelings, and you start to isolate yourself from people. And it's
Mm,
not a good feeling at all. But thankfully, like we mentioned before, when you have the support of your friends who see you and
Yeah.
know you, they can call you out and notice when something is changing like that. Like, what are you doing? Have you gone to therapy? You haven't been going to the gym? What's your thing? Like, what's going on? Those are the things why we do those, so that when we stop, it's very noticeable. Like, you become a totally different person. Whether
Yes.
you're doing something for your wellness or you have nothing at all going on, you can see a huge difference. So, yeah.
It was tricky trying to find, while I was pregnant, it feels like the things that I usually do for wellness were slowly slipping away because I
Mhm.
physically couldn't. So that was tough for me because y'all know I like working out too. But as the weeks are going, I physically couldn't do the things. So I challenged myself to find other outlets, because even down to wine or going to a speakeasy, or I'm traveling to different cities. So I like to do all those kind of things. But it was very challenging, but a cool challenge to try to find other wellness things that I could do. And now do, like, even like cooking has definitely been something that is is a nice thing for me. Like my brain, it just, I
Yeah.
think because
I'm
I can
glad.
see the other side
Mm,
of what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
mhm.
Right.
It's
you
an
can
No,
you can
immediate
put it together and it's
reward.
like, look what I did.
a
And
reward.
it
Yeah.
tastes yeah,
Yeah.
it's a reward. So that's been something that really picked up. I've always cooked, but this is really, I'm like, no, I'm finding recipes and doing it my way. And yeah,
Yes.
so
Yes, because
that
those
kind
bell
of shifted.
peppers that you made was really good.
Ooh, okay. I'm coming
I
soon.
love I
Sometime
love that
during
you're
Mardi
finding your own
Gras. So,
agency. I love that you're finding
Yes.
your own agency and like
Absolutely.
taking a stand and like really pivoting and like really being there for yourself. I
yeah,
love that. I
I
It
love
feels
love
like I
that.
don't have a choice.
that about you guys.
I mean,
Every
when you really
single
think about it, you have to put your mental well-being in that category. It's like you have to
Yeah,
prioritize
I
your
have no
well-being,
choice.
you
because
do.
if you are not, if your internal self is not good, you're no good for to anybody.
Yeah.
Right. You're no good. I mean, not even to your future, right? So based
Right.
on that, we know that we've got these navigating changes. We know that it's going to definitely take support, especially when we're out here doing all these things. We've got to navigate the changes. We've got to make sure that we keep supportive, culture in our way. We've also got to figure out how we're going to balance it all. How to balance it all so that we don't lose sight of ourselves. When we lose sight of ourselves, then we lose sight of being effective in
Mm,
anything else, right?
mm,
Which
mm,
Yeah.
means
mm.
that we can't even be effective for the future. Sounds like you ladies, though, are already doing it. You are phenomenal. When I say phenomenal, you are phenomenal millennial women. I
Don't
look
gas
up
me
to y'all.
up.
There's some things that you guys do. I be like, ooh, Lord Jesus. They inspire me to do those things, even as old as I am. It shouldn't matter about my age. It should matter that you are putting the energy and the vibes out there to inspire people, period. And you are doing that, even if it's just yourself in the mirror. And you know what? I know that God is pleased. He is
Mm.
pleased with everything you queens are doing. So keep it up. With that being said, tell me about what you guys have going on in the future. What do we have to look forward to, you guys, in your professional life or your personal life? Something that maybe you want to share with us. I'm gonna start with you, Shantae. Give it to me, baby.
I'm still figuring it out, to be honest.
That's okay. But you know what? I guess looking
Uh,
forward to the future, that's what you're looking forward to. Getting a
yeah,
solid, clear plan of what you're going to be doing. And you're okay with finding out what that is. I'm so proud of you.
yeah,
I'm proud of
Whatever
you
you decide is going
pushing
to be great,
forward.
and
Yeah.
you're
Whatever
gonna
it
do
is.
well in it.
thank
Whatever
you,
it is.
friends. I
What
really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
whatever it is, girl, look, you're connected to greatness. And even if
Yes.
you don't feel like you are amaze balls. I know because I seen it. You feel me? And
Absolutely.
anything you do once in life, you can do it again, can't you?
That's
If you
right.
do something once, that just shows you that you got the ability to do it again. You may as well just
That's
believe
right.
in yourself anyway. It's in you. It's
Thank
in
you.
you. Lauren,
Let's
what you
just
Ooh,
put this out on the table real quick.
What?
okay.
We in this era, everybody's always doing something, got something going on, and it can really make you put a lot of pressure on yourself to have always something going on. And it's okay to not have something
That's
going on, and
right.
it's okay not to know, because honestly, those are the ones who really take the time to really go within and really find who they are and what where they fit in all of this, not make themselves fit into any place. So again,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you decide to do, Shy, it is okay,
Yep.
because your name is on it, and it's going to
Yep.
happen for you when it happens for you.
That's facts.
thank
No matter
you.
what it is, it's gonna
And
happen.
it's
Your
gonna be
is gonna
great
reset.
because I truly admire and love the fact that you've allowed yourself to be in a space of fluidity, right? Of being
Absolutely.
okay with not necessarily knowing exactly, but knowing that it'll be something,
Yeah.
right? Not being so rigid about it has to be this, it has to be that, and this is what I have planned, and this is what, no, allowing it to just be.
Mhm.
That's facts. That's facts because that's part of life's changing too. It's just being.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to just be, girl. There were times in
Yes.
my life, shoot, I'm
Yes.
talking, you guys are young. I didn't even know what being was. But when I found out and I learned about just being, wish I had known about it at 25 and 26 when I was just being and thinking I had to be doing
Yeah.
something. Well,
Hmm.
God was trying to teach me something even in the being. You feel me? Even in the being. At 41, I learned what being means. And now
Yeah.
when God's got me being and transparency, God's got me being right now, Shantae. You're not the only one experiencing what
Mhm.
next.
Right.
And it's a blessing to be able to
It's a
be in that
blessing.
season. It's
It
a
Heck
is.
yeah.
blessing,
Because
It is a
you
because
can burn yourself
everybody's goes through
out.
that.
that's
And
fact.
Everyone goes through it. And you
That's
won't
and
this
fact.
won't be your last time either.
Nope.
and
No,
I
It won't be
I
the
period.
last.
Yeah.
I agree, and I think it is so powerful, and it means so much to me because everybody goes through it.
Hmm.
But
Mhm.
to know that I love y'all individually and collectively so much, and
Oh.
I know that I have shown the deepest parts of myself to you, and the fact that
Mhm.
that's exactly what you have to say to me is crazy.
Absolutely.
Yes, honey.
It's
Oh,
good. We
we
got
Glass
love
you.
is
you.
up, baby.
Love you,
Cheers.
Kai.
We love
Cheers to
you.
Cheers.
navigating the change and just the process, Lord. Thank you, God.
Yes.
I'm about to say,
Cheers.
excuse me, I don't mean to be crying on this.
Girl, you
It's okay. We know that's
I
you.
would
okay?
expect nothing
You
less.
like
Cool.
to feel and get those
Cool.
tears
Ain't
out.
no thank you to
Y'all,
the name.
please.
This is organic information, and you are listen. You are touching someone out there, and
That's what
someone
we
needs
love about you.
We
is
do.
You
right.
do not care. You gonna let your feelings be felt.
Feel the feels.
My
I,
beautiful
Feelings,
cancer.
baby.
Yeah.
My
I love,
beautiful.
look, I love y'all so much. I really do.
Love you
We
too.
love
I
you
Yes,
really
too.
do. And then
yes.
you know what? I was telling somebody earlier today. I said I'm coming to myself. I know I'm the emotional one, and I'm gonna be emotional, and I'm gonna lay this place. I'm gonna lay the place, and I'm gonna give you the space to be emotional with me if you want to. But if you don't
Absolutely.
want
Hmm.
to, I'm gonna still do the motherfucker what I want to do. I'm gonna still be
Yes.
fucking emotional how I want to be, and I'm gonna still motherfucking cry, bitch. I'm gonna still cry. I'm gonna still cry,
That's
bitch,
right.
because you're not about to stop. You're not about to stop my train.
That's
Okay.
right.
No.
That's
And
Period.
I
right.
wouldn't dare. I
Uh,
will say that
uh,
I appreciate that about you the most because I think that out of us all, I'm the one that is the least
uh,
emotional.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
Laura,
have,
while you talking, let us know what you got coming up next. What you got going on your plate next? Future aspirations that you want to share with us.
Mm.
well, I mean, future aspirations wise, I mean, The last project that I worked on, I was in a different position. Like I said, I was actually the key makeup artist, which was my first time doing that on a major feature.
Nice.
Thank you. And that was
Yeah.
a little different. So moving forward, I would like to be in more positions like that. That's the career wise, that's the goal.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice. That's
yeah.
Yay.
So
yeah. Yeah,
that's what I would
yeah.
like.
Casey,
That's what I
what you
would
got
like.
next? What's up for you, future baby?
Well, I was
Uh-huh.
gonna keep it on the hush hush.
Uh-oh.
Let's just say I have been one of the new wellness things that I have been doing for myself, and I have really kind of found out I'm pretty actually good at it. Is juicing, and
Ooh.
juicing is definitely something that I think I want to take off with, and I have Shantae's business, her ward, who's going to consult me in that process.
Ooh.
And so yeah, that's what I'm drinking now. One of my juices that I made, no alcohol. That's and I think me personally, I really want to start I need to nurture my inner artist. I haven't done that in a while,
Ooh.
and I
Yes.
just I was looking I like last time I was home, I was looking at some of my old stuff, and I was just looking at all my drawings and paintings and just even stuff that I do now when I'm in the mood. And it's just like, dang, I think I need to, this is something that I should be sharing. And so we'll see how that goes.
Yay! We love when you get into your
Yay.
creative bag. We love it.
Now her creative baby. She's always been creative. You have to check it. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Thank
Congratulations.
Yay.
you. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah. Baby, you got all the changes happening. What's going on with you in the future, mama? Single mom, new to it.
Um,
Not single
not
mom.
single.
I mean,
Not no
Fiance.
more.
right,
It's
Not
a
not
single.
anymore.
fiance.
Whether
Right,
she
she's
It's
not
a
look okay.
fiance.
anymore. Hey, flash out for me. She's not.
That bit it couples up. She coupled up. Okay,
Fiance.
for the long run. For the long run. We love it for her.
Um, I really want to do more, be on the creative team side of things, like directing, all that. And my staycation business, I really want to like really lean into that because I just am so passionate about it. I'm very passionate about people not necessarily needing to spend a bunch of money to like get to know the city that they're in and really using
Yeah.
the
Ooh.
resources in their cities.
Hmm.
And because I tour so much, I do that where I go. So that's I really want that to like dive in this year, and just more flexibility. So definitely getting off the road and doing. I still want to travel, but I just want to have more flexibility
Hmm.
with working and still staying in the entertainment sector and leaning into my teaching because I teach master classes a lot, and I just love passing on what I know to kids that don't necessarily. I don't want to say like can't afford it. Sometimes it's not even about affordability. It's just the fact you don't know it's there. So,
Accessibility.
Yes,
accessibility, right?
accessibility.
Yeah.
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 So just leaning more into my passions and flexibility. And of course, raising my daughter, and that's definitely been checking me as far as how I respond to things. And I don't want to be a hypocrite. So it makes me slow down and go, what would I tell her to
Hmm.
do? Or
Yeah,
Your
maybe
your
ask
kids
That's
will
it.
get you
yeah.
them,
every time.
They
So
definitely shine a
Yeah,
light
it
on you.
changes you, doesn't it? It makes you see your whole self in a different light based on what you thought before, and then it's like, oh, I have a kid now. Wait
yeah,
Right.
a minute,
good
right,
idea
Lauren?
there, bad idea there. I got to go with the good idea there, which is annoying sometimes. But so
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Ladies, it has been amazing, so amazing having you on the show today. I wanted to just take 1 minute, and we're going to go around. Even if you may not be drinking wine right now, let's just tell everybody what your favorite wine is, whether it's a brand or a style of wine, and tell me why that's your favorite. Lauren, let's start with you. What's your favorite wine?
Um, I am really a Moscato girl. Okay, but I do love sangria though.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
I'm very big on the sangria situation.
Jen, what about you? What's your favorite wine?
It depends if it's red or white.
Okay.
Right now I'm actually drinking a Tempranillo, which is like a red wine blend, and
Oh, let me see it.
it's a Spanish
Ooh.
wine. Um,
Oh,
it's not my
nice.
favorite brand, but I do like a Tempranillo.
Okay.
Um, but as white wine, I like Chardonnay because it's buttery. It's like a little. It's I love a good Chardonnay. If that
What
makes
was
Okay.
the
sense.
pop star? What was that?
It's like the
Okay.
grapes, the grapes. So
I mean,
What's your
okay.
favorite?
So I love a good Pinot Grigio. However, if we're going red, I'm going that Ben 27, the port wine from Portugal, that dessert wine, the sweet
Baby,
wine,
yes,
ooh,
the
yes,
yes.
20%.
yes,
Look, give
yes.
me a port
Yes.
wine every time, bitch, and I'm a look,
Yes.
look. I'm a
Yes.
happy camper.
All right.
Okay, I
Kai,
have to
what's
agree with
yours?
Sha on the port. If I'm gonna go like full dessert, I
Yes,
like the Ben 27 as well. It's a very
Okay.
good
We do
yes,
one.
like the Ben
yes.
It's
27. We do
sweet,
like
but it
that.
still
Okay.
gets it just still gets you going. It gets you on your
Yeah.
level. But I am truly a classic Cabernet. I like a good Cabernet. That's just me all day.
Because you're a
I don't have a
classy
brand.
gal. You're a classy gal.
You are a classy gal. We
Facts.
love it.
He's
You're a
a
classy
classic
Don't
gal.
ask
gal
me what my
as
favorite cocktail is because it's not classy, but I
well.
love
It
I
is
love
Can't be so
classy.
different
Wait,
on your cocktail,
um,
right?
wait. Next time on JQ.
On JQ line.
it won't be so
Well, ladies,
classy.
as we bring today's episode to a close, I just want to thank all of you girls for tuning in and for sharing time with
Yay.
me today. It has been a true pleasure to hear what you guys have to say and for you to share your incredible journeys with my audience today. I am so proud of each and every one of you, and I'm also proud to be y'all's mama, especially my daughter. Thank you so much for having this great group of friends and you guys wanting to come and share with my audience. This just reminds me that through every change and every challenge, there's always profound opportunities for growth, and it always deepens our connections, right? So now, everybody, let's lift our glasses for a toast. And I say here's to fearless women who inspire us. May we know them. May we be impressed by them, and may we continue to raise them.
But may we be
Cheers.
them. But may
Amazing.
we be them.
Yes,
Big facts.
may we be them.
Cheers.
That is exactly right. That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
exactly right. Oh my goodness, guys, today it has been such an amazing episode. Before we part, I do want to leave you a little encouragement though. Whenever you are on your journey, remember that personal growth is not about a destination, it is about the path that we travel. It has its ups, it has its downs, it has its ins and its outs. But I want you to keep pushing forward. Nurture your friendships and take time to care for yourself, your mind, your body, and your soul. Thanks for joining
Mm.
me today, guys, and I'll see you on the next episode of Healthy Living and Wine. Bye. Say bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.